In this video, I will be giving some tips and some recommendations to starting your successful astral travel journey. My name is Stephanie, and I am obsessed with connecting people into their inner knowing and their inner ancient truth. So let's get started. First, protection and grounding. This is very important before any astral travel. To do this, I envision a white light around me, usually a shield or a pyramid of white light, something that I set the intention of protection and grounding with. So this will provide stability and protection during the astral exploration, and it really gives me a sense of where home is. You can even imagine a cord of white light going down into the earth, and I always connect into the earth before astral traveling. The practice can start off by grounding into your heart chakra, and then envisioning a shield of white light around you, and then going down to the earth and connecting into the earth, so you know where to return. So that's your home base, and you will always find your way home. So the second thing is intention setting. It's always good to have a clear idea of why you want to astral travel. And it can be just connecting to your higher self. It can be rewriting some codes in the source code. It could be visiting a different time, visiting a different place, seeing what's happening in the astral realm. Maybe you want to understand why the Schumann resonance it looks like what it looks like, and so you can go up into the astral realm and view these different frequencies. So it's always good to set a clear intention of why you are astral traveling, and this will give you a clear direction, a clear understanding of the practice. This third thing is relaxation, and this really ties into neutrality or equanimity. So equanimity is the ability to be neutral in every situation, and this is very important because you don't want to feel unsafe or to feel like you have to react in a certain way. So let me give you an example. When I started astral traveling, I started seeing different beings, different light beings, and at first, it might be a little scary, it might be a little jarring, surprising, and you don't want to approach it with you immediately lose all sovereignty and you give your power away, essentially. So when you meet a being, and I will be talking about this in another video, but when you meet a being, it's important to understand you are source energy itself. You command your space. You have the power to say no to any experience that you don't want to experience. It's important to relax into it and come at it from a higher consciousness. So that's where meditating is very important. It's a very important piece of your astral travel practice because you are getting yourself into the higher consciousness state, and you are able to be more neutral. So your ego is not too concerned, or it's less concerned about keeping you protected because it knows that in this higher consciousness state, you are protected and you are sovereign and you have the power to protect yourself. You're protected by your higher self, essentially. The fourth thing is visualization. So a lot of people tell me, what if you can't visualize? And this is the same thing with hypnosis. Everyone can be hypnotized. Everyone has the ability to visualize something. And when I have a hypnosis client that comes to me and says, I'm not sure I can visualize, I'm not sure how I'm going to be feeling this, I always tell them, let's start with some exercises. So I will ask them to close their eyes and visualize the car that they drove here in. And can you tell me what the inside of your car looks like? Can you tell me what the dash looks like on your car? What color is your car? What do the seats feel like? What does it smell like in your car? What does the windshield look like? What does it feel like when you put the key in the ignition or push the start button, or when you're driving and you're pushing the pedals? What does it feel like? And in this process, they start to be like, now I'm remembering what it looks like and I can visualize it in my head. So everyone can visualize, and that's how I start getting my client to understand that that's what it is. Visualization isn't some fancy skill that someone has. It's everyone can visualize. And the last thing is keeping a travel journal. So it's important to keep a journal because that way you can recognize any patterns. Are you visiting the same places? Are you going with the same people? Are you seeing the same ships? Are you seeing the same beings? These are important patterns to remember. And also, what are you doing with them? So you can record and analyze them after the experience. And it also gives you a chance to record your progress. So you might be on a journey of clearing, for example, and you might be visiting different star systems or visiting with different star being groups. And this will give you an idea of that journey for yourself. So protection and grounding, the first one. Next is intention setting, making sure you have a clear intention and desire to astral travel. Third thing, relaxation, very, very important and in the astral travel practice. Fourth thing is visualization. Make sure that you are practicing and understand visualization and the way that you visualize. And then the fifth thing is keeping a journal. So you can record your experiences, track progress, and identify any patterns. And then always remember that astral travel is a very personal journey. It's different for everyone. What works for someone might not work for another person, and you might be seeing different things or seeing it differently. So don't get discouraged. Know that you are doing it correctly. And if you want to astral travel, you will be able to astral travel. Thank you for joining me in this video, and I will see you in the next one.